Yeah, man. So this was up, man. Episode. This episode one, man. Episode one, man. I wrote some shit down, and then I gotta promote my book. You know what I'm saying? Just the book. I'm reading this book. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm off a little drive, man. So I gotta drink this water. Come a mile for a little drive. But yeah, so I'm gonna get to number one, man. Today is, number one topic. It's brought to you by Cadillac, man. You know, the Cadillac hub on my car. You know, I rode Cadillac, man. So yeah, it's brought to you by Cadillac. Well, I don't really know Cadillac like that, but that's what I drive. The number one thing we got on here on this piece of paper is Facebook quote. So when we talk about Facebook quote, that's because we go into the phone and we break down and everything, and the Facebook quote, we break down all the Facebook stuff that we know about. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we be breaking down. You know what I'm saying? All that. So and Facebook quote, it's about we go on Facebook and all the people that's in our little old community, you know, the friends that we got on Facebook, you know, we just take stuff that they say and we talk about it, you know. And the first person that made the list today was my kinfolk. My kinfolk Aaron, man, you know what I'm saying? My kinfolk Aaron, man. Aaron, he I don't know that much about him. The nigga moved out the city. He moved out the city before I knew him, you know what I'm saying? So he stayed he stayed in Seattle, Washington. And he like the lightest nigga in our family, you know what I'm saying? Nigga so light skinned. I don't know if and it's crazy cause he like damn near white boy white, and like he the real definition of a yellow nigga. Like yellow. You know what I'm saying? He got the freckles to prove it. And then this nigga and his brother is blacker than lacquer. Blacker than his shirt. If his brother wearing this shirt, he'll blend like right in with the shirt. Like he has to put something on his face so you can tell the difference between his face and the shirt. And and then they mama, she like in between. She lighter than me, but she not black as this shirt. But she lighter than me though. You can almost call her yellow too. She like yellow, you know what I'm saying? Cause I used to think I was yellow. I got in a lot of arguments with girls that I knew saying that I wasn't yellow. And I'm like, you're a goddamn lie, you know what I'm saying? I'm a badass yellow bone. But anyway, we gonna look at these quotes off of Facebook quote. This the first category. My kinfolk Aaron, he always put some smart shit on there that make you think, you know what I'm saying? Like today he put a quote on there. I should have wrote that motherfucker down. But today he put a quote on there about how black people invented everything that's in America, you know. And me, myself, I don't got no problem, you know. I don't got no problem with all that. Like, I understand the message behind it, but I be seeing stuff two ways at the same time, though. Like, you know, like damn, that you know, that's kind of, you know, it's kind of fun. You know, it don't. It's like it's crazy. We came up with everything, but we not responsible for nothing, you know. So it's like the little stuff that he was showing on his Facebook quote. It was like, a black man made the light bulb. I'm like, damn. So back in the slave days, you like it wasn't like once the sun went down, it was just time to sleep. And he said the black man came up with the light bulb. I'm not going against it or nothing. I'm just, you know, I'm just talking my little old shit about it. Like, damn. Then say the black man made the ironing board or some shit, he said. And I was like, well, I understand about making an ironing board because, you know, we were slaves and I'm pretty sure they came up with something, you know, to stop, you know, ironing the shit the way they were ironing that shit. And then he said black people the ones that made electricity. And just like I just said, man, you know, I'm proud of all my black people because we did all that first, but it's like, if we came up with all this shit in America, how Africa isn't? The black people came up with all this stuff. Why Africa really isn't Wakanda? You know what I'm saying? Like if we the ones came up with this and came up with that, and you know, I don't know if he said we. I think If I'm not lying, I think I heard somebody say that we made the first airplane and it wasn't the Wright brothers. And I'm just like, damn, how we made everything, but we not. And then you hear somebody say, well, they took the patent from the slave, because the slave, and it's like, damn, man. That shit right there, they be throwing a nigga off. But that's the Facebook quote of the day, And we just starting this thing. This the first episode. So we just trying to go with what we know, man. My little old thing I like to say to everybody is, man, just do what the fuck you want to do, man. I'm just being for real. Like, man, create yourself. Whatever you want to be, make yourself be that, man. Like, cause that's really that's what life is really all about. Everybody that you think is somebody or whatever, one day they looked in the mirror and told themselves, hey, man, I'm fit to do this, and this is just what I'm going to do. And that's what you got to do, man. So I'm going to always tell you, man, just do what the fuck you want to do, man. All right, number 2 is Tupac legacy. So, yeah, this little chapter right here of the show, we talk about Tupac legacy. Tupac, came up with the greatest we came up with the top 3 artists. We didn't do the top 5. We did the top 3. And it was crazy because it was like, we tried to talk to some guys that was older than us, and they tried to put like Eric B and Rakim and all that. And they had a good argument because they were saying that all the people that inspired Tupac to be the way that he was, and all I was trying to let them know was, I feel you and I understand, about your age group and, but I'm like, and I know that some of them were Tupac idols, the people that they wanted to put above Tupac or put in the same category with Tupac. But I'm like, man, it just ain't no competition. I can't put nobody in the same, cause whoever's still alive, they name don't still just ring bells, or they still are not talked to about as much. You got artists that's alive right now, and Tupac still is like being talked about. And just the shit that he did at the age of 25 compared to some of these rappers that y'all talking about, and they 50. They got a bunch of money, or they got a bunch of money. They got 100 times more than Tupac had. But it's like the influence of the game that they left on the game is like, so I couldn't really put my top 3 artists, had to be just and then I'm from down south. I'm from Texas. So, I don't know if the way I see it kind of biased, but I got Tupac is number 1. I got Scarface at number 3. And then got Bun B at number 3. So I got Tupac number 1, Scarface number 2, and Bun B number 3. And to me, them the top 3 artists ever. And if them 3 artists go against any artist you talking about, these artists right here, if you were gonna take these 3 artists' records and put them in the store, and then you go get your 3 artists' records and put them in the store, your 3 artists, what I'm saying is your 3 artists wouldn't even be able to sell compared to these 3 artists. So that's the way that I break down my top 3. You know what I'm saying? All right, so next we got Instagram quote. Well, when it comes to Instagram, all I see on Instagram, you gonna be a whole bunch of man, Instagram just be having a whole bunch of cooking shit. People showing off their car. They just be like pictures of food. And there's a bunch of pictures of food on Facebook. Cause I put my pictures of food on Facebook when I cook shit myself, and I just be trying to show off, you know. Cause it's a certain female I know she be watching my page, so it's, you know, I don't really be, you know. And then another thing about Facebook, I want people to understand. I be hearing some people talking about, oh, all people do is get on Facebook and brag about their life. Nah, that's not what people doing on Facebook. When people get on Facebook, they just showing the good stuff of their life, and they just showing what they happy about. And whenever somebody feeling good or doing something good in their life, they just want to share it with a lot of people. And that's what I think it's all about. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a good thing. You know, the girls, they be showing off their bodies, they be looking good, models. The women feel good about themselves. They want a lot of people to see whoever they with, he's super lucky, you know, cause his girl look good in the motherfucker, you know. And that's how it really is, man. So that's the Facebook quote of the day is man, just do your thing, man, and do whatever you want to do, man. And you know, in this world nowadays, it's always been like this. You just, whoever you want to be or however you want to do stuff, you could do it. You know, I just advise you, like, don't be no killer. You know, don't kill people. You know, I hope you don't have to kill nobody. You know what I'm saying? I think, you know, I don't like killing. I don't like carjacking. I don't like when people gotta steal from each other. I really don't like fights, you know. I only like fights if somebody wrong and somebody gotta whoop that person ass because they wrong. And you know, I don't got no problem with them type of fights, but I don't like bullet fights. I don't like if a bullet picking on somebody. I don't like that. And yeah, that's it for the Instagram quote. Britney Grindr. So today we're gonna talk about Britney Grindr. She had an H-time. She went to Nimitz. I went to Aldine. Aldine and Nimitz, we played each other in high school. And Britney Grindr came up like 5 years after I left high school. I remember everybody talking about it. Nimitz was whooping everybody ass. They had this big old girl. I knew some people that went to school with her. They say Britney was a player. You know, she used to walk down the highway with a girl under each arm. You know what I'm saying? And this before LGBTQ was popular. So, she only got caught with like just a little bit of little old CBD oil. So, we just hoping them Russians give her like, she been in there 4 months, so we just hoping the Russians give her, we don't know how they do their stuff. If they do 2 for 1 in the county or whatever, give her 8 months in the county. Since she been in there 4 months, she ought to get time served. She pleaded guilty, so that's like a plea. So they ought to like plea out with her and just give her time served. Let her come back home, and then, I think she had just forgot, and I think she just left it in her bag, and she don't remember she had it in her bag, so I don't think she did that all the time, though. She know how them people be looking in her bag. They always looking in her bag. She know that, so I think she just forgot. All right. Today's activities. No, the next session we're gonna talk about is today's activities. Today's activities. We had went and bought a car. You go buy a car. It's amazing how long it take to buy a car, man. I'm talking about you fill out the application online, you give them all the information, and it still be an all-day process, man. I went to get that car at like 11 o'clock, and I ain't leave the car lot till 5 o'clock with the car. The next update is my boy. My boy, he went to football camp today. He been going to football camp all summer. My family update. The family, everybody straight. For the first time in my family, I don't have nobody in my family is in jail. And that's like the first time in my whole life. I'm 43 years old, and nobody in my family ever been to jail. Nobody in my family is in jail as of this moment. Everybody in my family is home. That's about it, man. I'm out of here. I'm fit to roll out, man. I'm gonna drop another video tomorrow. All right. Peace.